Welcome to another episode of Johnny Talks Football. Today we'll talk about the coaching vacancies, my rankings, and my conference championship game predictions. Let's start with the coaching vacancies. The biggest news of the weekend, probably the second biggest, as something big happened yesterday, but I'll get to that in a second. Les Miles staying at LSU. Now, many people thought throughout the week, they speculated that Les Miles was going to be let go at the end of this season or after their game against Texas A&M on Saturday night. But their athletic director made a statement saying that he will be the head coach next year and his position is intact. Now, the biggest news of the week this weekend was Georgia let go of Mark Richt. Now, this is what Georgia fans wanted. Some of them wanted it, some of them didn't like it, some disagreed with it. It was just mixed emotions between their fan base. South Carolina is going to look for a head coach. They're looking for one after Steve Spurrier has retired. He retired earlier in the season. From what I was reading, Kirby Smart, the defensive coordinator for Alabama, is a lead contender for that job right now. Virginia Tech was available, but it's now taken by Justin Fuente, according to reports, the Memphis head coach, which leads me into Memphis. They're looking for a head coach. Could it be Mark Richt? Or could it be somebody else? Or could it be Randy Edsall, maybe, who got fired from Maryland, so I'll get to in a second. USC. Now, they fired Steve Sarkisian in the middle of the season after they found out about his alcoholic issues. I was trying to say it without being mean. Rutgers is available. They fired their head coach, Kyle Flood, after 4 seasons. Kind of didn't really surprise me a little bit because Rutgers has some adjustments to make, because Rutgers has not been good for a long time. Missouri is available. Gary Pinkel stepped down because of his health issues, is what he was saying. Could it be Mark Richt? Could it be Justin Fuente? Maybe even Gene Chizik. Maryland is available as well. They fired Randy Edsall in the middle of the season after they lost to Ohio State. So they're looking for a new coach. So is Miami, Florida, who fired Al Golden after that 55-0 loss against Clemson. And Syracuse is also available. Now let's get to my rankings. Number 1, I have Alabama. Number 2, I bumped up Oklahoma because of their tough opponents they've been playing. Oklahoma is officially in the college football playoff. There's no way the committee is going to say we're not putting them in. Oklahoma's a lock for the playoff. Nothing is going to happen. Oklahoma is right where they're at. They're preparing for the college football playoff. Clemson, I have at number 3. Just a lack of competition Clemson's played this season. Their only 2 good opponents were Notre Dame and Florida State. Number 4, I have Iowa. And then number 5, I have Michigan State, who will battle Iowa for the Big Ten championship game and for a spot in the college football playoff. Number 6, I have Ohio State. They're on the outside looking in. Their only hope is that Florida upsets Alabama. North Carolina, I have at number 7. If they beat Clemson, they're most likely going to be in the playoff. Number 8, I have Stanford, who's just looking for the 2007 LSU miracle. Let's get to my conference championship game predictions. The American Athletic Conference Championship, a group of 5 game. Temple versus Houston. Now this game is important for both teams because the winner of this one is most likely going to have a spot in a New Year's 6 bowl game. But I like Houston in this one. I just think their offense has been pretty good all season. It's been lethal. I like Houston to win by a handful. Temple's defense is good, but I don't think it's good enough to stop Houston. SEC Championship game, Florida versus Alabama. Ohio State fans should be rooting for Florida in this one. But sorry, Buckeyes fans, I like Alabama to win this one big. I think they're going to take the lead early in this one and never look back. I actually like Alabama to put up a 40 spot on them. I like Alabama to win this one 45-13. Florida does not really have a chance in this one based on how they've been playing the last 4 to 5 weeks. Now the Pac-12 championship game, Stanford versus USC. Now the winner of this one will most likely play in the Rose Bowl against the loser of the Big Ten championship game between Michigan State and Iowa. I like Stanford in this one. I think USC's going to put up a great fight against them, but I think Stanford will pull through in the end. ACC championship game, North Carolina versus Clemson. Now we get to see how good North Carolina really is. We get to see if they're just hype or if they're actually good. This is a big matchup. This is for a spot in the college football playoff. If Clemson loses this one, they'll probably still go to New Year's Six. If North Carolina loses, maybe they'll get to New Year's Six, but I don't know for sure. I like North Carolina to compete. I like them to just play 100% the whole way, but I don't think it's going to be good enough. I think Clemson will pull through in the second half. But those Tar Heels aren't going to go down without a fight. So I like Clemson to pick up a 38-34 victory. Now finally, the Big Ten Championship game, the game of the week. Consider this a wild card game for the spot in the Big Ten in the college football playoff. This is pretty much, you can describe it as a wild card game. That's what I'm going to describe it as. In this wild card game, though, I think it's going to come down to which team can stop the run the best. Iowa hasn't played a defensive front like Michigan State. They never played a good defense like this one. In the end, I like Michigan State to win 27-20. So basically, with my picks, the college football playoff teams will be Clemson, Alabama, Oklahoma, and Michigan State. If everything comes true on that, that'll be the 4 teams in the playoff. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you have a great day.